They basically clear out the gold out of this vault.
The fortress is seized right on top of your eyes.
You hear a flood of shouts of hurrah and hooray, and you see different lights come up, like torchlight, magical fiery light, all kinds of just light, and you can see that the battlefield is being lit up with victory, and that you are seeing dead Dragonborn and prisoner Dragonborn and converted Dragonborn who are on your side. You expect to see your ship flying. Unfortunately, you see off to the side just an airship just burning wreckage. 1.5 orcs from the ship, the navigator military, Drachirian military docking station. And there's plenty of warships and whatnot and things like that. We can take our picks now. Get it all set up on the ship and everything. Sets up. Just right. That's where the Brawl Club is. We'll do that. You guys set up for Eastwood? Hello friends, enemies, and lovers of adventure, and welcome to the Heckflynn Club, and welcome back if you're just returning. And we're playing the Adventures in Emane, a D&D campaign, homebrew, and yeah, thank you for joining us again. We're going to go ahead and introduce everybody, starting from my left, and then we'll go ahead and get right into it.
I'm Summer, and I'm playing Cleo, a tiefling druid.
I'm Paul, and I'm playing Azumin, a high elf wizard. You can call me Sparkle Fingers.
I'm Santi, and I'm playing a human barbarian druid named Lord Biswa.
Hello, I'm Alex, and I'm playing Drumar, the Minotaur Samurai Fighter. I gave him the nickname Sparkle Fingers.
It's stuck.
Like glitter.
And I'm Sam, and I'm your DM. And you might hear Lucian, the assistant DM, from time to time in the background. Anyway, so they got the SS Slowclap. They departed for Eastwood to rescue the turtles from the Brawl Club, and that's where we find them right now. They when on their way out of Drachir, off the island of Drachir, you guys have Sliver with you. You guys have Cleth, and as well as a bunch of other Dragonborn soldiers who are now on your side, as well as tortles and some bear folk and some bullywogs.
Look at us all getting along.
Yeah, man. So they're just you guys have a crew of that guy, those folks, and then on you guys' way out of off the island of Drachir, and in your airship, you guys see the patrol, but instead of just nothing but Dragonborn, you see other bullywogs and tortles and stuff on one of the ships that's now patrolling the area. The air around Drachir is now a group of tortles and bullywogs and stuff like that, as well as Dragonborn on that other ship, and you see them all just kind of wave in, and you can hear faintly the same songs that you were hearing the night before, Azumin, Cleo, Drumar, Biswa. guys want? It was just like, but they're just like very distant, but there's so many people just chanting that, on your guys' way out that, the flag signaler is just saying thank you guys, just over and over again as you get on your way out.
I think they'll instruct the the person doing semaphore to tell the other ships that the fearsome foursome would be a lot easier to say.
He does that. He just tells them. That's so funny. And then so Cleo's driving you guys to Gesundheit. Gesundheit.
Was that like a sneeze fart?
Yeah, something like that. He does that sometimes. So you guys, Cleo's piloting you guys off to Eastwood. After a few hours, you guys get to, you guys are hovering over the island. Where would you guys like to land?
Somewhere probably remote again.
Let's see.
Kind of hidden.
Yeah, we had discussed this before, hadn't we?
No.
Don't
You
think
guys just
so.
mentioned that you guys wanted to go and save them from.
Okay, what are we looking at? What do I see?
Turtle Island.
So yeah, you guys see a massive turtle, just gigantic. But on its back is this just gigantic back. You guys see from your vantage point, you can see the rolling like they're like tree covered and foliage covered mountains and things like that. And on the east side of the island, you see these rolling mountains and a grassy kind of woody valley below. All of it's just kind of super green, and then you see like a clear like border made with like I guess from your guys' vantage point, you could probably see that they're like just giant wooden pillars that are pointed off at the end, and they're like making gigantic walls along the east end of along the east side of the island, and then it goes from the so it's basically a giant wall, like, so the island is like this, and the giant wall would be like it looks like it cuts it kind of borders the west side of the little bit of the west side of the island, but also there's another wall extending along the extending keeping the north end of the island separate from the rest of the island. And you guys see that the island is the north end of the island is just, it's covered in darkness, and it's just like kind of, even though it's like the middle of the, like it's like late afternoon, but it's still like, it's just like this heavy cloud over the whole north end. And you guys remember that that's the area that got ravaged by devils and demons and vampires and things like that. 4 years ago, you guys and several other bands tried to stop it from happening, but it just got overturned. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he's just learning how to use his voice, so he's just yelling up a storm, aren't you, big guy?
Demonstrating the ferocity of the battle, Dad.
Yeah, he'll just scream real loud and then just smile. He'll just be like, ah! And so I'm just like, God. I always look over and like, are you okay? He's just like, ah. Anyway, so yeah, he so yeah, you guys know that was that was the where you guys had pretty much lost that. Yeah, so
Okay.
this is that island.
And this is where the Brawl Club is?
Down on in the west end, so in the like southwest of the island is where I got the pilot. Yeah, the pilot's been there a few times, so he's just letting you guys. He can let you guys. The half-orc pilot. He's been there a few times with Captain Polly, and so he lets you guys know that the southwest end is the Goblin Kingdom. They put those walls up and borders up, years ago, and then they put the along the separating the north end of the island where the devils and vampires and everything and zombies started to rise up and take over that whole part of the island. He kind of constructed more wall there so that way they can, more like border and stuff like that. That way they can keep, the zombies and, that all that stuff from reaching mostly the Goblin Kingdom, and then the rest of the kind of like wild, kind of like the rest of the island. And the only established kingdom, is the Goblin Kingdom there. And Sliver comes up to you guys and he's like, yeah, the pilot goes, we can, he goes, I know a spot where we can land at the loading docks of the Goblin Kingdom, but we're going to have to, try to convince the goblins that we're there for, whatever reason, and they don't really take, they only really, talk to other non-goblin creatures for trade and stuff like that, but they don't really, they kind of want us to shoo off as soon as we kind of conclude our business. But Sliver comes up to you guys and he's like, he goes, I know a spot over on the east end of the island where we can land over there and work our way over to the Goblin Kingdom. I know a guy who could give us safe passage. We just have to worry about the only thing we have to worry about is the hill giants. They live up in the mountains, but every now and again they come down to the valley to hunt the unicorn that run down there.
There's still a zombie problem too, right?
Yeah, that's just that's never been fixed.
Right.
Like 4 years ago, you guys fought in this epic kind of like war to stop, these all of a sudden these just like demons and devils and vampires started just kind of popping up, killing. Because there were other kingdoms and other established kind of villages and kingdoms up in the north, north part of the island, but these random, just all of a sudden, these demons, devils, and vampires started kind of popping up, killing people, and then over time, with enough death, came a zombie issue, so.
Right. Jumar and I actually hung out, kept fighting for a couple of years, but we eventually gave up because we couldn't make any headway. Okay, is there any way of knowing if the goblins are aware that we took Drachir?
I mean, you and I ought to be pretty famous here anyway.
Well, not necessarily. Well, okay, if we are, I don't know that the goblins would like us necessarily. Because I'm just thinking we've got a Drachir airship. We've got a Dragonborn with us, or even a couple.
We got like 10, I think.
Right. If we get brought in as if we're like a fresh load of fighters for the Brawl Club, we'll get straight in if we can just convince them, as long as they, like I said, don't know that we took Drachir.
Right.
And don't know that the power has shifted. So if we get brought in there, we can find our the middle-aged monk
tortles.
Rolls out the tongue.
the middle-aged mutant monk tortles. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just saying because I mean at that point we instead of having to fight our way across the island, we can just fight straight from the inside and just bust our way out again, like we're so adept at doing. The only thing that we'd have to like worry about is potentially having to do an actual like arena battle, but like fuck, I think we're fucking down. I'm gonna do it.
I'm down for arena battle, especially now that we can walk up walls and shit and fly.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm about to demore everybody and just like hopscotch around the battlefield. It's gonna be legit.
Too legit to quit.
Yeah, dude. Death from above, literally.
Too legit. Anyway.
Yeah. Too legit to quit.
Weapons now, don't they?
Anyway, dating ourselves as hell. Anyway.
Okay, so at least that's my thinking, my suggestion.
Seasoned. So yeah, you guys have those couple of options.
I mean, yeah, I go with Salty to prisoners. Get in and tear from the inside out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We just gotta make sure that the Dragonborn that are with us aren't gonna take advantage of the situation. That's the thing I'm worried about.
We'll have the orcs on board, keep them in line.
Truth. Alright. Wheel.
Shall you and I infiltrate and Cleo and Sparklefingers act as our handlers?
No, I was thinking we have the Dragonborn act as our handlers. That way all four of us are
Take all
thrown
four
in.
of you as prisoner.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Because then the Dragonborn, they can, like, they could possibly hang out, wait for us to trigger everything, and then they're our backup. That's all I'm thinking. Because, I mean, once again, we've got an army. Let's fucking use it. we always seem to have a fucking entourage. It's
I know.
insane.
It's so weird. And we're literally just filling the world with random people, and you're like, hey, come on. Come on an adventure with us, guys. I'm like, I guess, okay.
It's not you as in you. It's you as in he's making friends before we can kill him.
True.
That is true.
Literally, what was it, like 2 episodes ago? We both had a guy that was within probably single digits of HP, and then Asmon's like, "You want to join us?" And it's like, "But XP."
That's funny.
So yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Well, yeah, I was just thinking that do we trust Dragonborn completely to have us all 4 go in? Or if we should have like 2 of us bring.
They were, everybody was vetted that night. They had several, the tortle and stuff had several of their own kind do like detect thoughts and stuff like that. And all the Dragonborn were taking the ones who were thinking about, maybe backstabbing everybody and putting them in with the prisoners. So. Yeah.
I've got my winged boots. I'll just fly out of wherever we're at, find them, and kill them first. Like
Fair enough. All right, let's all 4 go in.
that too.
Let's do
You'll
it.
climb up the walls and get them.
So should I try to park?
Yeah. Let's just settle down right in the docks.
Park up right in the docking area. All right.
Alright, so
The half-orc pilot lets you know of the secret docking area for the Fight Club because they have to make sure that
Right.
it's not like
Secret.
Yeah, because
You're gonna have to give your sash and your hat, your captain's hat, to somebody else.
I know.
But, or at least the sash. But you definitely need to keep the madcap because we might need that.
Oh yeah. I'll be keeping the madcap for sure. But
Yeah. Do you want? Are you giving up
see.
all your other hat and your sash, or
Temporary.
Well, the other
Yeah,
hat
the
came
sash
from
is-
Polly, so we don't actually have to worry about handing that over. It's the sash for looks. We got to give to the Dragonborn that's pushing us around.
True, but it might look funny if I had a pirate captain's hat.
Just leave it on the ship.
Oh, now you're worried about it looking funny?
Brawl Club,
Inside.
yeah.
I mean, that's why I was saying he should be one of our handlers, because of course he looks eccentric and what's the fucking word I'm trying to say?
Eccentric?
Eccentric.
Oh, what if he's like one of our financer, like he bought us?
He's just
I mean,
like a rich
that's-
elf.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
And then he has a posse of
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn with him. He's, I mean,
if he
honestly,
has a
let's be
sash,
real. He's the one that'll be screwed over if he's stuck in the arena with us. Like,
True.
so
Yeah.
that's actually a fair point.
yeah, because I mean,
But then he
Honestly-
can fuck shit up from the sidelines too.
yeah, no one expects a fireball from the stands.
Okay, all right, I hear you.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he can get himself into spots where the prisoners can't.
I hear you, man,
He
bull.
goes in. Sorry, I shouldn't be helping and saying shit like that, but like it hit me.
It's all good. You're just a friendly stoner.
Yeah. Friendly neighborhood stoner man. Stoner dad. Anyway. Moving.
I mean, even just like for distraction, he's good on the outside too. Okay, dude,
I
good
guess.
thinking.
Nice.
Straight
It's
up.
almost,
Give
like,
up
it's
the
almost like we've been
sash.
doing this a while.
Yeah, don't give up your sash.
Oh no.
Keep that shit up. You're like in the middle of taking off. I'm like, wait. The bull has a good idea.
You're so handsome, smiley boy. Thank you, Auntie Summer.
We need a close up of that.
Thank you, Auntie Summer. Thank you for. Oh no.
Oh.
He says
He said no. He said thanks, but no thanks. Maybe.
some other time.
No. Sometimes he just gets like that. You don't want it. You don't have
I mean-
to have it. Okay.
In all reality, though, Sparkle Fingers really is wealthy at this point.
Truth.
Yeah.
And having been a researcher, I mean, he might, yeah. Having been a researcher, I'm sure he's had to give speeches before,
Straight up.
presenting his findings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
do I need to roll d20 to see how accurate I park?
Since it's a loading dock, we'll go ahead and just let you guys just go ahead and bark up.
Park. Okay.
Yeah, you guys go ahead
Nat
and
one,
park
like,
up. Right.
Get off the warehouse.
Crash into the secret pathway. The whole
We all
forest
just
burns.
die. The end.
Now
Credits
everybody has to
roll.
roll dexterity checks to see how well they if they actually crash. And
But it breaks
They
the
can
prison
escape.
walls down.
That'd be-
you guys better start using your flying shit.
All right. So
Anyway,
I'm just parking.
Yeah, so you guys park up, and you see a goblin, like 3 goblins walk out of the. There's like, so you guys park along like a cliff on the island, and like it's kind of like a small small kind of like rickety old kind of like pier that you guys park at, and it definitely looks like hand done, like it's just like real quick kind of craftsmanship, enough to like not fall and kill somebody, but you guys and it's like small, so you guys park up along there, and there's like a small little like there's like the like you guys see woods, and like just in front of the woods and in between you guys is like a small little like I guess it would be like a clearing without the trees and stuff like that, and so but out of the woods area come 3 goblins, and they do a sign to the ship that the pilot recognizes as them wanting us to lower the gangplank and release our folks, our prisoners and stuff. So the pilot looks at you guys and goes, "All right, should I lower our gangplank and set you folks out there?
Let's do it.
Good luck and have fun. Have fun killing people." He lowers the gangplank. And how do you guys want to present this?
I mean,
How
you
do you
guess
guys want to
ropes,
come down?
like behind our backs, ropes behind our backs, I think,
Get tied
and
up,
then have him.
like kind of standing, like.
I mean, you can have him go in front and go straight, and then have the Dragonborns behind us, kind of like guards.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. You guys go ahead and get off the ship like that. Exit on the gangplank. Azamin in front. Everybody tied up in between. I would assume in order of height. So Cleo first, and then who's taller?
6'11",
Boy.
6'8".
6'8". You're 5 something.
6'3".
I think I was like 6'7".
6'7".
So I guess we can go in a line, yeah.
So it'd be Azamin, Drumar, and Lord Biswell by a nose. So Azamin, and then Cleo, Drumar, Biswa tied up. Azamin walking in front, and then a group of how many? Like 5, 6 Dragonborn behind you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like a group of about 5 Dragonborn behind them. All various colors. Green. You got one green, red,
Diversity.
blue. Cleth, those silver Dragonborns there. He wants to make sure that everything's all good to go. And so one of the goblins looks at. I know. One of the goblins looks at Azamin and just goes. He goes.
What do you have for me here?
I have some very talented and unique fighters for you.
Oh, wonderful. What does this one do? She is little, bigger than me.
It's like
He walks up and looks at her.
I say she's really good at breaking kneecaps.
Just takes a couple steps back. He walks over and looks at Drumar. He's like,
Busting balls.
Ball buster over here.
he goes over to Drumar. He's like,
I like the horns on this one.
No, touch.
well, he can't reach. He's just like kind of like I don't know, air touching him. I guess he's air fondling him.
Eye fondling them?
Yeah, undressing him with his eyes. He's like,
I like the horns on this one.
gives you like an uncomfortable like.
I just loom over him a little bit and in monitors. Like, I will drink the marrow from your bones.
I don't know what you said, but it sounded hot.
He walks over to Bizwai. He goes and looks at Azumin.
A human? There's nothing special about humans.
Oh yeah.
Demons, maybe. And Minotaurs, definitely. But a human? I mean, he's big, but and chiseled and that hair, but.
Yes, and
Lord Biswell over here is getting a bunch of backhanded compliments.
What's so special about a human?
you try fighting him.
I just may in the arena. I'll have my piece of them for sure.
Oh god.
My money's still on Lord Biswa.
He's like a 4 foot little like goblin, just like looking at them, going. These guys are fucking towering over. Even Cleo's towering over him, and he's just like. Anyway, so he looks at you. He goes.
Okay, I'll give you 10 gold for the lot of them.
Gold. Suppose I should take my business elsewhere.
That's when I just start like, freaking out, like not saying anything, but I just yell at him. Like, I'm worth more than 10 fucking gold.
A lot.
One of the goblin behind the one who's like sizing everybody out. One of them, you just kind of see him kind of cover himself a little bit, and it's goblin. He kind of goes, says something in goblin to the guy checking you out, and he looks over and just starts laughing. He goes,
All right, 40, because you made Umblag piss himself.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
he just hands you a sack of gold. He goes,
All right.
and he takes the leading rope. He goes,
Off with you. He goes, here we go. Follow me, you guys.
and he starts leading everybody. And he looks at Azaman. He goes, one of them, he just goes,
Would you like to see the process of what we do here? I see that you have the Drachirian. You work for Lord Drachir. Would you like to see our process to let him know what we do here?
Yes, please.
Fantastic. Would you follow us, please, sir?
he looks at you. He goes,
Captain.
and he just pulls everybody else alongside along the rope, and he goes,
If you,
he goes,
but your soldiers must remain.
All right.
All right.
and he, so yeah, he takes you guys, leads you guys away, and the other two goblin follow behind these three, and they lead you guys into the forest and along a trail. The Dragonborn, everybody kind of stay back, and they stay on the ship and whatnot, waiting for some what do you call it, signal and stuff like that. So you guys go walk a trail through these woods. Everything seems pretty normal until you get to like in the middle of these woods is you get to like the wall, like it's bigger from your guys' perspective now that you're on the ground, but the wall that you guys saw, the big border wall, you guys get to that, and it's just massive, skying like 20 feet above you guys. It's just huge. These just huge wooden like trees essentially, and he opens up like this kind of just opens up this like door passageway, lets you guys in, and you guys get he leads he has one of the goblins lead you guys in a different direction. Once you guys get into to go through the door of the wall, you guys kind of come on the other side, and you're still like in woods, but you can see that there's kind of less trees than there are on the outside of the wall, because they cut down these trees and stuff like that. So there's a few more clearings and more stuff like that, and you guys he has one of the goblins take you guys to a different area, those three off to a different direction, and he tells you he
goes, "Come with me, Captain, and you can see how we, you can watch the proceedings from our stands if you would like."
Splendid.
No, fantastic.
He just takes you. He takes you, to the kind of town proper, and you go into the kind of like the main town of the Goblin Kingdom, and it's just kind of like little Goblin village. You see Goblin people just kind of doing their thing, doing like a blacksmith and things like that, making like goblin-sized weapons, things like that. Other shops, clothing shops, things like that, just kind of like what you would see at in a normal village, except goblin stuff. And so it's a lot of people and everybody's shouting in Goblin, just going, they just kind of, like, you can tell, like, every now and again, some people just kind of look over at you and just like, more like curious and like just kind of looking to see what's going on, and but you're not really impeded in any kind of way, and you get to basically this big kind of like stadium in the middle of in the middle of not in the middle of town, but in a good like populated area of it. There's this big like stadium. You can just hear just this roaring of a crowd, and he guides you in, and just it's like it's kind of like a football stadium. It's just this big open area, kind of like also like a coliseum. You know what I mean? It's just this big open area, and then just stands fanning out, and just it's filled with goblins, just blood, 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 blood. They're just shouting blood, 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 blood.
You can hear that in common.
Yeah, exactly. Some of them are saying in common. There's some are saying it in Goblin, but you assume they're saying the same thing. But yeah, you just and then you when he has you coming in, you're in the stands, and you just look down and you see, in the stadium, you see, some you see a centaur and another goblin, or a hobgoblin, or what do you call it? Yeah, hobgoblin, in the arena, and the centaur is, they're just fighting back and forth, going to town. And the hobgoblin, you just see him kind of like go down low and cut one of the knees of the centaur, and the centaur kind of goes down, and he he comes up and just gets the back, the Achilles tendon of the back of his back hoof, and he just kind of you just hear him shout in pain, and he just comes down on his other leg, and he's just two legs down, standing on, he's got his other legs on the ground trying to stay up, and the hobgoblin just just keeps on cutting him and just doing these parries and dodges, and eventually cuts down the centaur, and the whole crowd just and he goes,
"You see, we test our metal against the creatures, and if we feel entertained enough, we may set the creatures against each other to see who is the best amongst themselves, and then we test our metal against the best and fight them."
Ooh.
He goes, "Would you like to test your
fun.
It is fun, wizard. Or sorry, it is fun, Captain."
sorry.
To watch.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that'll be very fun to watch.
"'Tis fun to fight as well. I have fought in many a battle and beaten many a creature." He goes, if you wait long enough, maybe you'll see the creatures you brought for us fighting in our stadium.
You know, I think I'd like that best.
That would be very fun.
Is there any way that I could jiggle the bag of gold? Speed up the timeline a bit?
Oh, you want them up in the...
He goes, very well. He takes the bag of gold from you with that. Or actually, he goes, how much? He goes,
the bastard.
sorry, I should have just said. He goes, how much would you, he just kind of like puts his hand out, just goes, very well, waiting for some gold to be dropped. It's kind of like, in those movies when the bellhop goes up, he's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. He's just like,
Very well. If you would like it sped up,
just
Give him the same offer he gave me, 10 gold.
Clever, Captain, clever.
He goes,
that first offer seems to have insulted you a bit. He goes, as an apology, I will take your offer and I will speed up the process for your creatures to fight.
Just,
Fantastic.
Just in the waiting pens, you hear just a cacophony of screams as they're being summarily executed.
Oh no! I may have made a critical mistake.
We will speed up the process of the death.
no,
Not the death.
no, but he,
thinking of moving brackets around a bit.
That. It's boring. But yeah, so he, anyway, sorry. So he goes ahead and he takes the 10 gold from you and walks away. And you see him talking to you see him talking to another goblin that's like got like a staff, like a spear and stuff, and he's standing off to the side in like armor and stuff, and he just talks to him and goes, and he just looks over at the goblin telling him, and he looks over at you, and he smiles and he goes and just runs off. You hear after a few minutes, the goblin comes back over and he's like,
Okay, he goes, let me escort you to your seat while we wait for your creatures to fight.
and he takes you to the to a spot, and he goes after a few minutes you hear an announcement, and you hear there you go, buddy.
Yes, this is gonna be interesting.
So you hear an announcement in common.
Oh wait! Oh fuck! I didn't even think about it.
You hear an announcement in common, and then you hear it kind of translated underneath in Goblin. And okay, hold on just a second. Here, buddy.
He's struggling.
I know he's having a rough time today. There you go, bud. Is that better? Is that better? There you go.
Fudge.
What?
Okay.
I just thought of this. I could have had you guys like pitted against,
The turtles?
yeah,
Oh,
or
well,
something, and
we
then
can build
could
up
risk
to
it.
that.
Yeah.
We can build up.
Once we die first.
We're not gonna die first.
We're not gonna die first.
She'll be fine. We'll make sure she's fine.
I'm pretty sure they don't match freaking weight classes up in this bitch, so.
They bring out. You hear over the speaker, or not? Yeah, you hear over the announcement, and then is in common, and it's translated into Goblin underneath, and he's so you hear like two voices, one in common, and then it's like after what he says, it's translated into Goblin. Anyway, so he goes, "Now, for your bloody pleasure, we will present to you a 2-on-1 battle." And everyone's like, and he goes, "We have a special treat." He goes, we have a demon girl, and they bring out Cleo, and a half anyway, sorry, I was trying to say it in like a weird way since they're goblins, but and a minotaur, and they bring out Jamar. Versus, and they just as he says versus, you hear walking, and you can like hear the footsteps, and you feel not massive trembling, but you can feel the ground beneath you shake a little bit with each walk. Presenting the hill giant as their foe, and he brings this from the other side of the
If only someone had a giant sling.
What? And you just see this giant, walking, kind of like he ducks. He's like ducking underneath to like come out of the like the whatever tunnel that they have everybody kind of come out of. And as he stands up tall, you guys notice that he is. I thought they had all the specs on him. I'm pretty sure this one's 16 feet tall. So yeah, it is just towering over you guys. And he's carrying just a giant, like it just looks like an uprooted tree in his hand as a club. And he's just like, he looks at you guys and he's just like, you just hear you just hear a language that do you guys speak giant by chance? Either one of you? No.
No.
You see him smile. He goes, and so yeah, he just looks at you guys and smiles. I think we have enough time. Go ahead and roll me. God damn, my brain. Initiative. Thank you. It's been a while since we've had a fight.
Where am I?
Yeah.
You are in the. They have you guys when you're not fighting. They have you guys in a holding area.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, right now Biswa is in the holding area, which is like basically around the corner and down. Like they basically have everybody in like kind of like cells.
Okay.
And then they have they bring you guys out of the cells and then around the corner and then bring you guys down this tunnel, and then they open like this, I guess gate, iron gate, and then you guys walk out into the stadium. And so right now they have just like a, they have a hobgoblin in the keeping kind of guard in the back prison area. Biswa is right there. There's a couple of empty cells where these two were. There's another centaur who's crying, presumably over his the other centaur that just died. And a few other creatures. Just I think just a few other creatures you can kind of hear and stuff. I mean, if you want to give me an investigation check to like see what you see, where you're at and whatnot, you can.
15.
Oh, nice.
Well,
yeah, you can.
Actually 17, but yeah.
Yeah,
my
with
bad.
from where you're standing, you can actually see the 4 tortles as well. They're all in separate cages, but they're down down the way, like a couple of cages down, couple of cells down. They're like next to each other. So like there's one here, and then across there's one there, then one there, kind of thing.
Okay.
So they're all just kind of in like this same kind of area, but in separate cells.
Okay.
Good, buddy. But yeah, they're just kind of like standard cages or standard cells kind of thing.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
you can let them start, and then I'll try and break out. But
Alrighty.
I mean, we can maybe we can do it simultaneous. I don't know. I don't know how we
Scenario
would
in
do
your head.
that.
I'm just saying, like
Plan a rescue.
if I
I just have him roll initiative as well, and then he'll get a turn to
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead and roll initiative, and then on your turn.
I
you
got
can
a
try to
9.
escape. 9.
plus.
plus proficiency 12
It's
Nice.
plus your initiative,
initiative.
Initiative.
which I think is 1.
Yeah, it is 1. Okay,
So
so
10.
10.
Nice. All right, I like this. I like where this has gone.
I want them fighting the hill giant without me. You're gonna get all the glory. What the hell?
Just kind of look at Cleo, and just like
Nice.
kind of like tap her on the top of the head. I'm still lording this over Lord Biswell.
Did you roll for initiative, Summer?
Oh shit.
D20.
10.
Plus.
10. Should have should say plus to your initiative.
Upper left, green.
12.
You got plus 2? Huh.
Neat.
Neat.
12 for Cleo, and then you, sir.
20.
Holy shit. Nice.
Yes,
Okay.
go first.
Yeah, he actually does go first. Obviously. So yeah, at the top initiative would be Drumar.
Yeah.
He's excited.
Yes.
Battle.
We're all excited, my boy. We are all excited, my boy. We are all excited, son. All right,
This is literally
what you
like
got?
the moment we've been waiting for. Gladiatorial combat.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's why I'm banning in the fucking cage. Okay.
So yeah, go ahead.
All right.
You're first in the initiative. I was just fixing my chair.
No worries. I'm going to use my fancy rock.
This may be odd, but I might have to pace this time. Anyway, so go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. I'm going to use the fancy rock and rush straight up to the hill giant. With it in the shape of a great axe, I'm just going to go for the hangnail. Just right underneath the toenail. Just boom.
Ouch.
Nice.
Ow.
Pain.
Searing pain.
And just for an idea, I don't own this art. This is art from the Wizards of the Coast. But this is what y'all are fighting. 16 foot of all this bad boy.
Big old boy.
Nice.
Built like me.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just going to go ahead and start out strong by using Fighting Spirit to have advantage on my attacks.
Nice.
Gain 3 temporary HP.
This boy who likes to bounce. Oh, buddy, you like a bounce. You make a good bouncy.
So it's going to be a 22.
Yeah, that definitely hits. That was my name.
going to be 10.
Nice.
Second attack. 22 again.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be 7 to the toenail.
Nice. Yeah,
And-
he's already. You go and you use your great axe and you just whack at his toenail and you just.
Oh, I'm not done.
Oh shit! Never mind.
I've got action surge. I can do this over again.
I can do this all day.
I know.
Unfortunately, I'm on a tight schedule. So I'm going to speed this along. Double 18s.
Shit, yeah, those either one hits.
Yeah.
So 24.
Yeah, 24, yeah.
It's funny.
Ooh, 15.
Holy shit. Yeah, that.
And again.
Yeah, buddy.
21.
Jesus, again.
Oh my gosh.
Are you keeping track of their numbers here?
Yeah.
And how much damage you doing?
That's going to be 11 there.
Damn.
So what was that?
Nice.
10,
7.
7, 11, 15,
15.
and then 11. Okay.
And this one is 12.
Dang. Yeah.
be 4
a lot
attacks
of
total.
damage just in that one barrage of attacks. So
Wait, is it 12 or 11?
That's 12.
Okay, it was 12.
Yeah.
The last one. Okay.
So just as soon as the announcer goes, and fight, Jamar just fucking goes right straight for it and just grabs his rock, turns it into a great axe, and just goes for this thing's toe, and he just plows into that toe and he cuts it. I mean, he just doesn't just cut the hangnail, like he cuts into the end of the nail down into like the toe bed, into like the toe itself, and he just gives a good like chunk and scratching up with this toe like this. He's bleeding, he's just hurt, there's like literally just blood just drenched in Dramar's just drenched in blood because it's a giant man and it's a giant toe and he's just chopping into his giant ass toe and he's just drenched in this giant's blood and you just hear oh, and he just like backs off, backs up like that as he's just coming in, but like Dramar just
Good
moves
luck.
forward and
Just
just
last
keeps
half.
hacking at it. Yeah, and he's like trying to back off.
Meeny, miny, mo, catch a giant by its toe.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
So that was 44 damage, just so you know.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage. And so it's the Giants' turn.
These are the numbers I got. I got 10, 7, 15, and 12.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I got an 11 in there as well.
I did too, but it's all good.
So he's gonna try to take his revenge on Dramar and try to whack at him with this giant tree trunk club.
Shut the
The one
door.
that he has. 7.
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Makes 2 attacks, 17. Does 17 hit?
A 17 will hit.
Okay, so yeah, he makes 2 swings with his giant tree trunk club. One just misses wide on Jamar, but he just scrapes it over to the side and just plows into him. So he just goes just like a golf club.
I'm just imagining like
Playing golf with them.
Sweeps them.
Yeah, just
I'm just imagining like Drew Mars like stepping to the side, just boom, giant, just
he's like, ow. Let's see. Let me double check on that damage there. 3. Boop, 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 boop. 11 damage. And so yeah, that's that's all he can really do. So yeah, he just plows his giant like tree trunk club into the ground, and then Jamar just moves out of the way and just whacks him over. Just now it's Cleo's turn.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'm gonna try to pull out the Piece of Terror.
Mace or mace?
Maze. I don't know.
It's still a mace, Summer.
Mace, yeah, sorry. Maze.
I roll to see if I get terrified.
Oh, right.
I rewatched the short that you did on the whole Mace of Terror thing.
Yeah.
That was great.
And I said wisdom, right?
No, I think it's Constitution.
Waiting for the Mace of Terror. I can't remember, to be honest.
I don't know.
That was well.
Constitution or wisdom. I think
Wisdom.
actually wisdom.
Wisdom? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
wisdom.
Oh, the Constitution's
still
the
Yeah, you pull
thunder
out your Mace of
clap.
Terror, and he just looks at you, and he just goes, you just hear, oh, no, boy, do
Meanwhile, Dramar's just still hacking at his feet. He's like,
And then I roll again because I can attack with it after, right? Okay.
Yeah, this is your.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to go for his other foot. Fuck him up. 20.
Doesn't hit. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay, hit. So then it's
In fact,
2d6.
so since it's a nat 20, what do we say? Double hit dice
I think, yeah.
or double damage
That's
dice?
that's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
What's that?
I think you have a choice between you can either do double damage or you can do double the hit dice. So like
So double the average, basically.
Yeah, you can either roll double the dice or you can just double the damage of the.
so you
Whatever dice
double so you can either roll whatever you're rolling.
2d6.
Yeah. So you
How
can roll
complicated
2D.
can we make a simple problem?
You can roll 2d6 or
Okay.
double whatever the 1d6 roll is.
But just remember, if you have the
2d6
1d6, you still could roll a 1
Yeah, and it's just-
and just be 2. But with 2d6,
you could get 12.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'll just do double the dice.
Okay. Do you need another?
Yeah.
d6.
No, that's not 6.
This is a cube.
No, it's the cube. It's the
Cubicle.
standard one. Cubicle.
Okay, I know just 2. Okay. 6 and 1, 7 plus. Do I plus this one anything?
Plus your strength.
Strength plus 7, 8, 9 plus 2.
Strength. I think that's just for
The
when you're
modifier?
hitting, right? Is where you just.
No, so strength and proficiency is for accuracy, but the stat that affects the weapon, be it dexterity or strength, is what gives you the bonus to the damage
Oh, okay, got it.
on top of the dice.
Okay, so 2, so 9 then.
Yep.
All right, so you.
Double that?
Oh, that was
That was my
That was-
option.
Yeah, the
No.
bonus was the 2.
The 2
dice.
dice.
Oh, I thought you rolled 2d6 for your mace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She rolled 2d6
Like
for her
normally.
mace. That was her bonus. It's normally 1d6.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
No,
2d6
no,
is
no.
correct.
Oh yeah, it's normally 2d6 because it
Oh,
makes
it
the
is?
terror.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you needed to roll 4. Here's 2
Oh,
more.
shit.
So roll 2 more.
Just kidding. Okay.
Just 2 more.
Okay.
Or
Or not.
or just redo the whole thing.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so we're
18.
redoing the damage. So that's 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 and 6 is 18. So that's 18 total.
Fuck 'em up.
That's a lot.
Plus.
That's
Plus your 2.
plus the 2,
18,
so 20.
18, 20. Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck up because of the foot.
Just Drumar watching Cleo just go for his other foot. I'm so proud.
So you guys just on either foot, so it's just Jamar just gets whacked and he's just kind of like looking dazed, starts getting up, runs towards the foot he was damaging, and then as he's like getting up dazed, Cleo pulls out her Mace of Terror. The giant doesn't fall for the terrifying bit. He's just like, and she just runs over and just smashes his foot with scratches his other toe with the mace. She's like, fuck it, bink, bink, bink. He's like, and just starts backing up from both of you, just going, Hill giants don't speak common, by the way, in case you haven't gathered that. That's why he doesn't. He's just been speaking giant.
Random stuff, yeah.
Anyway, so that will be Biswell's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna try just like yanking on the door, lifting it up or something. I'm just gonna try and rip it off the hinges. Because I hear this shit and I'm like, they're gonna die! Although, they're doing fine, but I don't know that. Alright, so, yeah, I'll just try and, that's 17 right there.
Yeah, to...
Yank the door off its hinges.
Yeah,
Take the door off its hinges.
break it. He's got to decide the DC of the door.
I do, yeah.
I mean, I think my DM screen has actually got like a.
Yeah, just...
Is this steel or
yeah, it's iron.
iron? Okay.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, it's a little. So you try to like just you pull on the door with all your strength. It budges a little bit as you're tugging and pulling. You can like hear, you know, you can hear some like kind of like a little bit, but it doesn't quite give way. Oh, it doesn't quite give.
A for
Yeah.
effort.
Yeah, A for effort. Back to Dramar. Back to just fucking this giant.
I'm gonna switch the axe to a warhammer. Just start playing his toes like a freaking xylophone. Actually, I will keep it as a warhammer, but I changed my mind. I've got the boots of spider climb.
Climb up the bitch.
I am.
Shadow of
I am gonna climb up the bitch.
What is it? Shadow of Colossus?
Jungle gym.
Instead of going for his toes, I'm gonna act like I'm gonna go for his toes, and I just start walking up his calf.
That's amazing.
Just right for his face, and I'm going to just give him the door makeover that we did a couple of episodes ago. And I'm going to use Fighting Spirit again because you know what? This is fun.
Are you going to say to the giant, what's a dentist's favorite time?
What's the giant's favorite time of day?
All right. Oh, and 3 temporary hit points again. I almost forget. First attack. 20.
Holy shit! Yeah, that hits.
And Warhammer is a D8. It's going to be 4.
Nice.
Second attack. 23.
Definitely hits. Yeah.
7 damage to the face. Just right to the face.
Right to the face.
And I'm going to position myself behind his head at this point.
Like on his head, like
No, like-
behind his head, or like
on the shoulders.
oh,
and where
nice,
I'm just
nice.
like looking at the back of his head.
Nice. So yeah, you run up like you're gonna smash his toes, and he kind of moves his foot back a little bit, and then you as he's moving his foot back, you take that opportunity to jump, and you get onto his foot, and he's like, whoa, and you start to just run up his foot, run up his leg, and just coming just full speed. And he's like, oh, it's going to go, and he just runs up. He's like, oh no!
Just behind him.
He's like, oh, and he just and then runs around this area. He's just like, oh, but he can't quite get his hands. And it is his turn. I'm curious, what?
I mean, I would say acrobatics to continue to stay on if he thrashes.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, he just kind of he's just gonna move around and should kind of thrash around like that. So yeah, go ahead and give me an acrobatics roll.
22.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely stay on. I was just thinking about how I
Shadows of
would
Giants.
kind of handle that.
Just like, I get why cowboys enjoy this.
You're a cow man. You know.
Taking bull riding to a whole new level. Taking bull riding literally. It's like a bull riding.
Bull riding bull.
Bull riding. Yeah, so yeah, he just thrashes around. You just stay on there. Yeah. He's gonna take a quick attack on Cleo and try to hit her with his great. Oh Jesus! Yeah, I got the 4 hit Summer. Yeah, he's just distracted, so he's just flailing around and then goes for a quick. He's just trying to get this Minotaur off of him and smash Cleo. And so it's Cleo's turn.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just having
So I'm going
a day
to.
today, aren't you, Mister?
Oh, I'm going to pull out my scimitar and try to cut off one of his toes, his big toe, throw him off balance.
His big toe. Yeah, roll.
I mean, I thoroughly obliterated the other toe.
So that way it's easy for you.
Oh, 3, that didn't work.
No.
Just kidding.
Yeah, that's definitely a miss. Yeah, you try to go and attack his toe again. He just moves his he's in his thrashing of trying to he just naturally just kind of moves away from you. And that would be Biswat's turn again.
Yep. Gonna try and break the fucking door again. This time I'll kick it.
This time I'm kicking it.
Got the same number.
Damn.
Yeah, you keep
17.
you keep kicking it and you start. So when you were pulling it, you could hear metal kind of bending, and you start to kick it outwards, and it starts to just push. There's just it's just denting outwards. So it's just the gate that was perfectly straight is now all lumpy and there's because it's the there's just all kinds of the hinges and everything are just kind of starting to get all bent and all kind of screwy. So yeah, that's happening. Back to Drumar.
think I have. What's my limit on fighting spirit? I think it's 3 or 4 times. I can't remember. 3 times. Oh, it's not 3. It's 5 temporary HP. Oh, okay.
Even better.
Even better. More better.
More better, more better.
All right. So I'm going to use the last bit of my fighting spirit.
Bless you.
And I'm going to change the Warhammer to a great sword, and I'm going to attempt to just decapitate this freaking hill giant.
Alright, now it's time to turn into Attack on Titan.
Yeah, buddy.
Go for the nape of the neck.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
21.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna happen.
We have 10 damage.
Holy shit. Yeah. You get another attack.
I got another attack still. That's gonna be 19.
Yes. God damn it.
Oh, I forgot. Almost forgot I can reroll 1s and 2s. Great weapon fighter.
Oh shit.
12. 12 damage.
12 damage. Look at all those damages. Anyway, so yeah, you just go to town on the nape of his neck, and you're just like trying to just like cut through his neck to try and get to try and cut it off. And you do a good solid job of just like cutting the ever-loving hell out of his neck. It's definitely not cut off, but he's definitely like brought to a knee, and like he's down on one knee, and he's just like lost a lot of blood. And he's just kind of like
Bro's on
like,
a high.
yeah, he's just kind of like weak, and just kind of like he's just like slowly getting down there. And then it's his turn. He's gonna go ahead and he's gonna make a great club attack on Drumar. Like this, basically.
Would he get disadvantage because I'm literally behind his head?
Yeah, I'd probably say so. Does 15 hit?
No, it doesn't.
Damn it. So yeah, he's just like smacks his own back. And he's gonna since Cleo seems like a easy target. God damn it, 7 hit? Okay. so he just throws his little tree thing. He tries to hit Dramar behind him, ends up like smacking his own back in the blood, and then just brings this bloody club down trying to attack Cleo. She doesn't even move. She literally just stands there and just goes he's like so he's just kind of like down, just like and that would be Cleo's turn.
Is he laying down or?
He's on like an one knee and one like elbow.
I still can't reach him, damn it. How?
He didn't where it hurts.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Although I feel like it's kind of low hanging
Let me give you a vision. Is there a way we can kind of like adjust the camera so the camera can also see me? I guess, or
I'll just hold it
is
up.
there? Oh, okay. We're gonna get crazy with it now. Gonna get cinematic. All right. Is this like kind of a good spot? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's kind of down like this, you know, just kind of like. So there's.
Oh, there you go.
There's a good spot to smack if you have a good like opening, basically, if you want to come up from the underneath.
Meanwhile, the entire time, like Drew Marsh is like body surfing.
Yeah, Jermar just like, woo!
Okay, so then yeah, I'm gonna go straight for the fucking balls.
What the hell is your problem? Dude?
And these things,
hate men,
he's
apparently.
16 feet tall, so these things are like boulders.
Oh god!
Go for it, Summer.
They retired, so.
Oh shit, too. That didn't work.
No, that definitely didn't work.
Misses just.
Got distracted by the massiveness of him. I don't know if you've ever played the South Park game, not sponsored, but I don't know if you've ever played the South Park game, The Stick of Truth. There's a scene, there's a part in that game where you're a tiny person and there's balls flapping near your head. That's basically what's happening
Yeah.
here. That's basically. Oh yes, sir.
This is a terrible video.
Yes, sir. So yeah, that's basically what's happening here.
Nice.
It's just gigantic, just balls are just over your head. You're just like trying to whack at them, but they're just like just swaying, and he's just like with how he's like moving, they're just kind of too crazy. So yeah, you're trying to whack at those, and then it would be Biswat's turn now.
Twin pinata.
If you wanna keep going at the gate, you can have advantage since it's all dented in and fucked up, and the handle's all fuckered.
Let's do it. I got 2.
Okay.
The same fucking number.
Oh my gosh.
17.
Ever. Watch you roll 3 10s in a row.
I mean,
I'm about to
honestly,
retire these dice.
Should have taken one of mine. That's so far.
I mean, honestly, you've been going at this shit so hard. Not the whole door comes down, but like you kick it in, and eventually, like you just keep on kicking. You're just like, God damn it! I am strong. I am Biswa. Just like a corner bit starts to like, there's like a corner starts to kind of like widen out and stuff like that, and kind of like starts to like bend out and bend outwards and stuff like that. Yeah, you start basically busting this metal door so hard, just so furiously that it creates a small opening.
Exactly.
Yeah. Creates a small opening in the corner, big enough for you to be. You could probably crawl through it.
Could probably crawl through it.
You could crawl through it. Okay. You could crawl. I mean, you roll. You know, if you want to, it'd be another roll. I'll let you do it in the same turn. But I mean, like a dexterity roll. See if you can get through that bit.
All right. Why not? That'd be 14.
Yeah, you get through it. You're able to like squeeze through. You get a little like couple cuts and stuff from the metal being kind of like sharp. I don't know, like just being bent and broken so much. It's just kind of like you get a little bit of cuts and scrapes, but
Rolling for tetanus.
Roll for 10.
roll for tetanus. But yeah, you're able to squeeze your way through. Yeah, what else do you want to do? So now that you're free. Actually, yeah, there's a goblin guard walking down the hall. He just kind of turns. He goes and starts running towards you.
Big mistake.
Biswell just grabs him, puts him into the freaking shamble of a door, and just.
So yeah, I just rolled his initiative. Should Biswell roll a new initiative since like this guy?
Since I'm engaging this one, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a new initiative.
9.
9. Okay. I'll go ahead and
I mean, something I've kind of done in the past is like when you introduce a new player to an already continuing combat, that new player gets to make an action, and then they roll initiative, and then they fall into the initiative order. Because that kind of makes sense, you know. If Lord Biswell came just scurrying out of a gate, stands up, and then a guard sees him, guard's gonna come freaking try and take a swing at him, and
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
then it just kind of flows into that. Then that way, you know, Lord Biswell isn't losing his place.
That's what I was thinking. So yeah, so this goblin comes up, turns around the corner, and he has a scimitar in hand. He unsheaths the scimitar, comes at Biswa with it. I rolled a 2. I'm guaranteed that misses. Definitely, he runs up. He's like, "Ah!" and like tries to like slash Biswa, but like one of the prisoners that like he was running past like trips him. They like see that Biswa got out, and he's like, and then one of them just kind of like reaches out and like grabs his ankle on his way while he passes him. And he just like, yeah, that's what they sound like.
So does that mean he's prone now?
Definitely he's on the ground.
Assumes the position.
So yeah, and he
XP presenting itself.
and he rolled out after Biswa on the initiative. So so we'll start
To the emergency room.
we'll start initiative back over at Drumar, top of the initiative order. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm going to switch the great sword over to a great axe.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just slowly raise it above my head, just looking at the crowd, look down at the giant.
Oh yeah. How is the crowd right now?
Oh, they are going nuts. They're like, they don't have a stake. I mean, it's not a goblin. They don't have a stake in it. They're just wanting to see blood and death, and Drumar's giving it to them in spades, baby. He is just covered in red blood and just fucking dripping.
Because I'm on this thing's shoulders and it's like now 3 points of contact on the ground.
Yeah.
Do I get advantage on this?
Yeah. I mean, you're rolling high as hell anyway, so you're most likely gonna fucking get him anyway. Yeah, I know, buddy boy.
25.
Oh yeah, that definitely.
It's like, his AC's gone up, by the way.
His AC is now 28. No.
It's like this hill giant turned into a god all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, just a lightning bolt strikes him, and now he's just holding Mjolnir, and he's got a Thor helmet.
The big freaking pot belly just turned into a 6-pack. 4.
Nice. That's hilarious. So yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, no, I can re-roll a 1.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I always forget. I got so much going on with this dang character.
You're fighting spirits.
And I can re-roll 2s.
Yeah, I know. Tell me all about it.
I like that.
What is that?
15.
Oh, yes.
Describe the killing blow.
After having body surfed this hill giant down towards 3 points of contact onto the ground, slowly raising the axe up and looking at the crowd, looking down at this giant, just going to just hop off the shoulders and on the way down, just behead the giant.
Yes.
Oh yeah, all of that happens. You just lob this giant fucking massive head, and it's like, knee and elbow on the ground. It's trying to smash and get it. It's so weak, and you just lob its head off, and just this thing just takes a slow time just to slide down. You just hear the squishy, you know, bloody as it just and just comes, yeah, and just this head just and just, you know, dust just flies everywhere, and as it clears, there's just this giant's body laying there on the ground. Its head, you know, a couple feet away from it, and Cleo, you know, just standing there, covered in blood, and Drumar just covered in blood, standing on the head,
like reaching a hand to the fountain, just gives Cleo the high five. Hand to the fountain of blood coming out of the veins.
Yeah, it's just like you know how in movies the fire when in like hot summer days they have like the fire hydrant going. There's that blood. There's that but blood coming out of the stump that was the neck, just. And then the crowd is just insane right now. They're literally just losing their minds, like, oh my God! Just going nuts. Just really just loving what they're seeing. The goblin next to Azumin's literally like grabbing his shoulder, going, "Oh my God! Did you see that?" Meanwhile, in the back, Bizwa is squared up with this goblin who's now on the ground. Who's on the ground, and it'll be Bizwa's.
Do I still have my gear?
Yeah, you have
Okay.
your stuff on you.
All right, cool. So I just pull out my dragon sword and I just
They didn't bother.
down on them. And with advantage, that gives me 19.
Nice. Yeah, definitely hits.
And then for damage,
I'm going to like
19.
grab like a spare water skin and fill a little bit up with the giant's blood.
Oh my gosh.
So what did you hit him with again?
The dragon sword.
My giant slayer. So
Giant Slayer Greatsword.
yeah.
So how exactly do you hit him with it?
I'm just gonna plunge it down into his because I'm assuming he's on his belly.
He's fallen onto his stomach. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just dropping it through his back.
Yeah. You shove it down into his back, and you just hear, and he's just kind of like trying to scurry away, but he's basically pinned down by with the sword. It's gone all the way through him into the ground, and so he's trying to like scurry away. He's like, he's trying to scurry away, but he's literally just like pinned down to the ground by the sword. Blood's like spurting out of his mouth every time he's trying to like shout for help. He's like, he is, it's now his turn, but he's pinned by the sword. So he.
How does one unpin themselves?
He basically is incapacitated right now. He's kind of a whole lot of fucked. Yeah, he's just kind of trying to scurry. Your turn, bud. You grumpy grouch boy. Is that what's happening right now?
Maybe is he pooping?
Maybe. I don't know. I think he's fighting sleep a little bit.
That's the poop.
It's the poopies.
Well then, shoot. I don't know.
There it is. Yeah, some gas, burpee.
Oh, okay. I could just grab my battle axe on my waist and just whack at him while he's pinned. So we'll keep advantage, yay! That's a 19 right there, plus so that'd be a 26.
Definitely hits.
All right, and then battle axe is 1d8.
Summer, you need to roll like that more.
What an all day.
5. That's another 9 damage.
I mean,
Yeah.
so far this session, she's the only one with a critical success.
Right. Describe the killing blow to this goblin.
I just swing down and just just lop his head off so he shuts the fuck up.
Yeah. You just hear "Ah!" and then just like and you just, like the entire prison just hear "Ah!" and just complete silence. And then just the sound of just like you know the head just kind of like rolling with his head.
Thump, 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 and then
I'm hearing all the cheering. I'm assuming the battle's over. I'm salty about it, okay? I'm really salty about it.
Yeah, you could hear the commotion, like you could feel the vibrations of like the giant smashing his club down on the ground, like in like it definitely like it shook the Colosseum, so like you could feel it in the walls and some of the dust was coming off the walls and stuff.
damn, I bet you can smell the blood.
Yeah, right. You could smell the blood from the window because there's like a barred window where you know they're like.
Is it raining outside?
Slayer.
So you got a grumpy ass Matt Biswa who's like, I had a giant Slayer sword and everything. I got left out. This is stupid.
Least I can do is free the monk turtles.
Yeah. So yeah, you see that the goblin has like a key ring.
Hell yeah.
Key ring on him.
Game on.
Free 'em all.
Yeah, buddy. Freeing all, not just the turtles. I'm gonna start freeing everybody.
Yeah, so you start freeing everybody, and as you free them, you
Anarchy!
as you free them, you hear over the
They're not going on the ship.
I'm recruiting more!
I'm kidding.
No.
as you're like getting everybody kind of like unlocking all the doors, everyone's just kind of like, you know, gearing up and just kind of lining up and getting ready to battle and just kind of keeping their, you know, keeping kind of a little bit hushed so that way they keep it surprised. You hear the announcer go,
What a battle! That was incredible! Seeing the two tinies versus the big one.
you know, and just they go and you know the crowd just and they go
Now for another treat. Watch as the devil lady and the minotaur, the two of our most deadliest fighters take on a boring human.
and they just you hear the crowd. You hear in a little bit of common, a little bit of goblin. You hear very die human die, die human die. As you're freeing everybody in this giant. You hear that as you're freeing, you're just like, oh. You just hear die human die, die human die. Whatever. So yeah,
They kick out like some poor little stable boy.
but yeah, so you see, so you're freeing, you go ahead and free everybody, and a couple of goblin come to go and get you to bring you into the stadium, and they see all these free people. They just go. They run away and turn around and run to tell. They turn around,
Raise the alarm.
Yeah, they turn around to raise the alarm, and they start running. I mean, what do you want to go ahead and do with your guys that you got? You're the captain at this moment. You're the lieutenant. You're in charge, lieutenant.
If anybody has a ranged weapon, this would be a good time to shoot them. Let's I don't running.
Do I see them?
No, because we're
yeah, there. You guys
back in the.
Yeah, you guys are still out in the.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because we're supposed to fight
out
him.
in
We're
the
still in the
middle of the
arena.
Coliseum.
I'm gonna chase them. Like let's just chase them. If anything, they're gonna lead us to how we get back out of here and into like the other. Because like I'm just thinking, if I take everybody and run them into the arena, now we're just at the center of anything that they could throw at us. If I can get us back up to like the crowd area, then we can start fucking shit up even more.
Give
I
me.
could fire off a signal.
What's your passive? I guess what's your what's your guys' passive perception? I guess you two out in the field.
Passive perception. 12.
We got a 12. Two more.
What's it?
I don't know where
8
to find that.
plus proficiency.
You should say passive perception.
No,
Minus 10 plus
passive skills you have to add up yourself, and I believe it's 8 plus proficiency plus the modifier.
Wisdom.
Yeah, so wisdom.
So it'd be 10 for Summer.
Oh, okay.
8 plus.
Yeah. So you guys. You guys outside in the you in the stadium, you two on the outside. What you guys notice is they kept the like gates up. You guys are just kind of like bringing in the applause, just like letting it soak in. You hear the announcement that you're going to be fighting a human. You guys are like, oh shit, that's most likely Biswa. You see you guys are paying attention to the goblins, because you're waiting for Biswa to come out. You watch them go into the tunnel, and you see them turn the corner. It's not super dark where you like can't see them anymore from the outside. You can see a glimpse of them, like you can see kind of like what's going on and stuff like that. Like it's not perfect, crystal clear, but I mean you have dim. I'm not sure how it works from the outside, but you can see a little bit better than everyone else. You definitely can. You don't have goggles for yourself, right? Didn't have goggles. Okay, so you see like kind of like a little bit less detail of what they're seeing, but you guys pretty much see the goblins go in, turn a corner, and immediately run down the hall and just followed by. and this group of just randomly assorted creatures. And then, but the stadium crowd doesn't notice, and they're just kind of looking around, waiting for the new challenger. And they're like, "What?" You just hear muttering of what in the Coliseum, like,
What's going on? Where's the fighter? Where's the human? Kill the human! Death to the human!
Things like that. I say we can go ahead and just end it here. That's pretty hilarious. So we'll go ahead and end things here. Thank you guys so much for joining us once again. Thank you for being patient with our assistant DM here, being a diva for us. Excuse me. Go ahead. Sorry. If you guys enjoy what you saw here, go ahead and check us out on Twitch. Usually every Wednesdays. Today's one of the few exceptions, but we're gonna be starting every Wednesday at 7, and check out these episodes getting uploaded to YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.
Bye.